From Shaq almost being eaten by a shark,
They're trying to kill me.
to another player nearly losing his life in a firework accident. There are countless ways NBA players have come dangerously close to death. And first up, an entire team almost died in a plane crash. On February 25th, 2023, the Clippers were scheduled to play the Nuggets the very next day. The whole team boarded a flight from Los Angeles to Denver. But once they were in the air, a storm hit, and out of nowhere the plane was struck by lightning. The entire aircraft shook violently until the engine completely shut off. Now the plane was in a free fall.
So the pilot warned us, right? Before we took off, he was like, listen, it's going to be some turbulence. We're going to Denver. Like, it's going to get a little rocky. So we like, all right, like, bet. We've been on thousands of flights. Like, we know what turbulence feels like. So like, all right, cool. Can't be that bad. So we flying, right? We just feel like the plane dropped. It was like a free fall. Like, you go on a roller coaster and you go on a free fall. Like, it was that feeling. Everybody was like, oh, everybody felt it. You heard it from the front of the plane all the way to the back of the plane. And I was like, I'm just go to sleep. And it happened a couple times. So then now, that made sense, that the turbulence, right? But this was more than usual. This was definitely the most that we felt. And then we heard the plane just shut.
This terrifying experience was only the beginning of many near-death moments NBA stars have faced. The next story involves a player who was nearly killed by another NBA player unintentionally. When LaMarcus Aldridge retired out of nowhere, fans were confused. He wasn't that old, he was on a stacked team, and it seemed like he still had plenty left in the tank. But on April 10th, 2021, everything changed. During a game against the Lakers, Aldridge was playing center as usual. At first, he was dominating, dunking, scoring easy layups. But then Andre Drummond bumped into his chest while celebrating a basket. Drummond had no idea that in that moment, Aldridge's heart went into a dangerous rhythm. His adrenaline allowed him to keep playing, but as Aldridge later explained, it felt like I was about to pass out. My heart wouldn't straighten up.
The whole thing with my heart is like, if I'm out of rhythm, I'm about to pass out. If you run, your supposed to straighten up, so then you're good to go. It was the first time I was running and my stuff wouldn't straighten up. It was still going slow. It's supposed to be like 100 and something beats and you at like 60. And how is that even possible? So I go home that night, laying down, and like my was getting so slow, I just kept passing out. I was like, just get through the night and I'll be good. So the whole night I'm laying there thinking I'm about to die. So then I called the trainer like 6 a.m. Like, I can't take it no more. Go to the hospital. Like, they checked me out. I was shook because I had just signed with Brooklyn. I didn't know their doctors. So I go home to my doctor. He's like, I wouldn't risk it, bro. Like, I've never seen this happen to you. Every other doctor was like, you're good, you're good, you're good. So the team's calling me and calling me and calling me. And I'm just like listening to him. So I was like, you know what? I'm done. So I called him and I'm like crying, emotional. You know what I'm saying? So then I retire and like it goes crazy or whatever. Like, as soon as it happened, I packed all my shit up and like I got on a jet and I was like, I'm out of here. Because I was just like, I don't want to die.
Doctors advised him not to risk playing again, and just like that, he retired.
Breaking news into First Take this morning. After 15 years in the league, LaMarcus Aldridge announced he is retiring from the NBA. He played his last game on April 10th with an irregular heartbeat. Aldridge saying in his statement, quote, "Though I'm better now, when I felt my heart that night, I was still one of the scariest things I've experienced."
God bless him and his family. I'm glad that he's safe. I'm glad that he's okay. And clearly he's making the right decision because what he's saying is it's scared the living hell out of him.
LaMarcus Aldridge said, you know what? I'm going to take some time. I'm going to make sure my health is okay.
Yeah.
And that's what he should do.
Fans were shocked, and Aldridge admitted it was one of the scariest moments of his life. But even after retirement, Aldridge faced depression. Basketball had always been his happiness, so he decided to risk it all for one final comeback season.
Doctor hit me up like, hey, if you really want to try this again, let's spend the whole summer putting you through every test I can put you through. So I did every test possible and I passed all of them. And he was like, even if this happened again, I'm confident that you won't die. Obviously you can't say 100%, but I think everything I've looked at, like, you'll be good to go. So I went through the whole summer, got approved. Had to go through the NBA test. It was a long ass process, bro. Cause you know, at the NBA, they don't want you dying either, obviously, but passed all that shit. So then it was like, okay, now where do you want to go? Like, I'm back cleared to play. And then I had the option of Boston or Brooklyn. And I'm like, well, I was with Brooklyn. That was love. Easy shots with Kevin. James, hit me with the lob. So it was like, I'm going to go back there. And then it was just a whole different season. But anyway.
After going through months of medical tests, the NBA cleared him to return. Though his minutes were limited, you had to respect Aldridge for getting back out there after nearly losing his life. Kelly Ouber's $3 million scandal, another terrifying incident happened to Kelly Ouber, whose life turned into a police investigation. After signing with the Philadelphia 76ers, Ouber wanted to explore his new city. He had always loved biking and skateboarding.
I've always had a bike, I've always had a skateboard. I've always been a rocket power kid who just loves to do, like, I guess, gnarly stuff.
But his contract specifically banned biking to protect him from injuries. If caught, he could lose millions. Ignoring the rules, Kelly secretly rode his bike anyway until disaster struck. A speeding car hit him and fled the scene. Somehow, Kelly managed to get home on his own. His girlfriend called 911, and he was rushed to the hospital with serious injuries, a fractured rib, a messed up hip, and a badly injured leg. At first, Ouber claimed he was simply walking when he was the victim of a hit and run. But soon, security cameras caught him with a bike that night. The story went viral, and reporters started questioning everything. Police announced there was no video evidence of an accident, no witnesses, and no suspects.
They still have no video or images of the hit-and-run crash involving Kelly Oubre that he reported happened right here.
Somebody damn near hit you, and evidently the side of the mirror caught the side of your body, and because of that, you know, you end up going to the hospital, but still in all, it was hit and run. You know how much of a speed they had to be going through for the side mirror of a car to hit you and not to hospitalize you? I'm sorry, but something's a little fishy.
People began speculating that Kelly had lied to cover up.
You addressed the report that Kelly Oubre's injuries did not occur. According to the police, they have found no evidence that it was with a hit and run.
I would not address that. I don't have an answer to that other than believe what's been reported so far.
That he got hurt while biking, risking millions of dollars in the process. But not every NBA near-death experience came from an accident. For John Wall, his biggest battles were internal. Wall entered the league as the #1 pick and quickly became one of the most exciting players in the NBA. He was fast, athletic, and clutch.
Working against Bradley for three. John Wall! What a shot!
The Wizards rewarded him with a $171 million contract, and it seemed like his future was limitless. But his body began breaking down. After multiple injuries, Wall suffered the worst blow of his career.
Here he goes, puts it up and scores again, and he's on the floor and he's in pain.
John Wall, already out for the rest of this season because of his injured heel, now needs surgery for a ruptured Achilles after slipping in his home, according to the team.
To have surgery on your heel and be recovering from that and then have this happen, this is a major injury for a player like this.
A ruptured Achilles. To make matters worse, tragedy struck off the court. Within a short time, his best friend, his grandmother, and his mother, the woman who sacrificed everything, all passed away.
I just want to say thank you for being my mom. I know it's tough growing up with me and my two sisters. Seeing my dad go to jail at a young age, and you sacrificing everything. I seen you pick me up from school, take me to school, and only pick me up from school. And I always wondered what it felt like to be able to do things with my mom. I never had the chance.
Wall spiraled into depression. If it wasn't for my kids, he admitted, I wouldn't be here. I was in such a dark place. I had infections in my Achilles. My career felt over. My mom died. I got traded from DC to Houston. Everything was gone. I went from a top player to rock bottom. He revealed that he thought about taking his life. Not once, but twice.
Kids help you get through that time, because I know that's a rough time right now.
What, dude? If it weren't for my kids, I wouldn't be here. To be honest, you know what I mean? Like I said before, you in a dark place. Like, people don't know I had torn my Achilles, had 4 infections, I always had to cut my foot off. And my career's about to be over. My mom diagnosed with breast cancer, and then she passed. Then I get traded from DC to Houston. I mean, where I've been for 10 years. Then my grandma died a year later. Now I'm not playing basketball, you know what I mean? I'm in a bad spot. I'm like what the f is going on? Like, why all this gotta happen to me? Back to back. Like, I go from the second best player in the East, top 10, top 15 player in the league, to then everything's going, you know what I mean? To like basically rock bottom. Like, to me, have it all. And not by choice though, it just happened.
Only his 2 young sons kept him alive. He later sought therapy and opened up about his struggles publicly, reminding everyone that mental health is just as serious as physical health.
I gotta tell you, when I heard this story last night, I can't wait to see him, because people like myself and a few others owe that man an apology, we're being honest, because we didn't know. That's not to say that anything was said about him cruelly or anything that was said with malicious intent. But the fact of the matter is, it's just a reminder that you never know what people are going through. I certainly never knew any of that stuff.
And 10 Budweisers, I'm lit. I go outside, throw all that up. I'm like, man, I'm messed up. Like, I can add more Budweiser, but just like, speaking on that moment, like, my mom was my best friend. Like, I still got her same phone number saved. I text it every morning.
Me too.
I call it. I used to talk to my mom 5-6 times a day, so I know how it is, and I try to tell people mental health is serious, so I had to go get a therapist after that.
Yeah, me too.
Like, if it wasn't for my two boys, I put it in my head twice, and a lot of people that's close to me and my friends at the time didn't know. And not to branch off, but you know, I mean, like, I had a video came out throwing up gang signs and stuff like that. That's when I was in my darkest moment, trying to figure out to find happiness.
Go back though. You said you had a your head?
Yeah.
Fans and analysts who once criticized him now saw the real story, and many apologized for not knowing what he was going through. These stories prove that NBA players may be rich and famous, but they're still human, vulnerable to danger, tragedy, and struggles just like anyone else. From freak accidents to mental battles, these athletes have survived situations that could have ended their lives. And that wraps up today's video on NBA players who were almost killed. These moments remind us that behind the highlights and fame, athletes face real dangers both on and off the court. Which of these stories shocked you the most? Let us know in the comments below. Don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe for more NBA content, and turn on notifications so you never miss a story. Thanks for watching, and until next time, stay safe and take care.